Hello everyone. After having understood the construction of frequency polygon with and without histogram, now the focus is on construction of frequency polygon when midpoints are given. Let us understand how a frequency polygon can be made when midpoint distribution data is given. Now let us understand how a frequency polygon can be constructed when only midpoint data is given to us. Here the illustration taken is about the marks of the students, which are the midpoints, and number of students. So midpoint marks are 5, 15, 25, 35 and 45. Number of students are 10, 15, 22, 13 and 4. So we shall go step by step. So first step is that let's take midpoint data as discrete series. Then select variables for x and y axis. For x-axis, independent variables midpoint marks are taken, and on y-axis, dependent variable, that is number of students, are taken. Then you need to select the axis scale. For x-axis scale, which represents independent variable, let us assume 10 marks represents 10 millimeter point as shown by A on x-axis, and for y-axis, let's assume 5 students represent 10 millimeter point shown by A dash on y-axis. So scales are for x-axis 10 millimeter is equal to 10 marks, for y-axis 10 millimeter is equal to 5 students. Then next we need to decide about the length of x-axis, and total length is equal to the scale value of largest variable converted to scale in millimeters plus 15 to 20 millimeters for right and margin. So the formula that we have been using, and I'm sure all of you are aware of this, is scale length divided by scale variable value into maximum variable value plus end margin, where it is 10 millimeter divided by 10 marks into 45, which is the maximum variable value, plus 10, that's the margin. So it makes it 60 mm, or length of x-axis would be 6 centimeters. Then we shall decide about the length of y-axis as scale length divided by scale dependent variable value into maximum dependent variable value plus end margin. Length is 10 millimeters divided by 5 students into 25, which is the maximum value here, plus 10 makes it 6 centimeters. So length of y-axis would be 6 centimeters. After that, you need to take a graph paper and select O near the left side of the graph paper at such a location that both the axes can be accommodated. Then draw a line from O, 6.0 centimeters long for x-axis and 6.0 centimeters long for y-axis. Next step is that you need to mark the variables, which is midpoint on x-axis. Scale for x-axis is 10 marks is 10 millimeters. Starting point O, mark 10 at 10 millimeters, 20 at 20 millimeters, and so on till 50 marks. And then mark the dependent variable, number of students on y-axis. Scale is known as 5 students equivalent to 10 millimeters. So starting from point O, mark 5 at 10 millimeters, 10 at 20 millimeters, and so on till 25 students. Now we need to plot the frequency polygon and frequency curve. For that, first data point is midpoint marks 5, number of students 10, which is shown by A on x-axis, and a point on the graph paper is C till point B on y-axis. By coordinating these, one gets a point C on the graph paper, which represents midpoint marks as 5 and number of students as 10. Similarly, One can draw other data points to get various points like D, E, F, G, and H. So by joining all these points with straight line, one gets a frequency polygon. And here it is shown by a yellow curve. But when these points are joined freehand, which is shown by a green colored curve, then it is called frequency curve. And it is represented by points O, C, D, E, F, G, H. I hope these aspects are clear. You must have noticed that the steps are similar with very minor modifications required. So with this, the discussion on polygon gets complete, where you have understood constructing polygon and curve using histogram, without histogram, and using midpoint. Next time, we shall discuss the cumulative frequency curve. Till then, keep learning and keep practicing. Thank you. To learn more, visit our website and enroll in our courses to master economics and get a higher score in CBSE and CUET examination. With our current introductory offer, you can enroll in each of the courses for just Rs 999. So, seize the opportunity and join before the introductory offer expires. Like, share and subscribe to EcoStudies channel. Also, drop a comment. See you in the next session for another concept. Thank you.